Hi everyone, I'm Nick Curtis, the Art Toy Advocate, and we'll be focusing on Huck Gee today, specifically his Skullhead creation. Introduced in 2004 as part of the first Dunny series release, the Skullhead design was a simple paint scheme implemented on the form, yet it still expressed all the basic elements of the more sculpted renditions to come. Immediately becoming Gee's signature character, the design's popularity is exemplified by how only 1 year later, in 2005, Kidrobot partnered with high-end fashion retailer Barney's New York on a series of 5 limited edition, 12-inch tall Skullhead figures. Each attired in miniaturized likenesses of famous fashion designers' spring clothing lines from that year, the Skullhead's head rendition would become the basis for the 2007 released Dunny Series 4 versions of the character. Going on to be released in various sizes and colors over the years, it was slightly surprising that the iconic Skullhead wasn't included in Gee's Gold Life Solo Artist Dunny series, released in 2011. Gold Life focused on Gee's more feudal Japan-inspired characters, encompassing an array of samurai warriors, ninja assassins, and geisha girls. An incredibly popular release, Gee began working on a follow-up series titled Gold Life Dark Days. The main characters from the initial line became more armed and armored renditions, collectively having to team up against a new enemy. Demons that rose from the earth itself. The antagonist side included the geisha reimagined as a succubus, and the return of the Skullhead Dunny, this time taking on the role of the Soul Collector. Gold Life was in production and at Kidrobot's factory in China when the company experienced their financial problems of 2014. The series was first put on hold and then ultimately cancelled, leading Gee to abandon the concept and move forward with other ideas, such as 2015's introduction of his hyper-articulated The Skullhead blank form. But, as it turns out, the ideas within Gee's Gold Life Dark Days weren't completely abandoned. They were evolving. Partnering with Mighty Jaxx, the Gold Life universe once again went into production, and the first 3 characters of this new rendition debuted at this year's Singapore Toy, Game, and Comic Convention in Shadow Editions. There was Reiku Day, Reiku Night, and the one I have here, the Soul Collector. Modeled upon the Skullhead's appearance from the Dark Days proposal, the basic form was translated from the Dunny onto something similar to Gee's own The Blank design. Standing 4 inches tall, this PVC piece holds a lot of details. A particularly strong component which immediately impressed me in being the belt's knot, showing minor fraying and notched imperfections, while also flowing away from the figure's body. But that's certainly not the only notable aspect of this strong piece. The cleaver accessory is elegantly simple in its representation, immediately recognizable without being weighed down with embellishments that might detract from the Soul Collector himself. And, as is always important with an accessory, it is easy to place in and remove from the figure's hand, but not so loosely that it might fall out. The Skullhead himself has a menacingly oversized head, which can rotate fully around. And the depth of the eye sockets is wonderful, just deep enough to allow shadowing to create the illusion of emptiness. The arms have a more limited articulation range, but still enough to provide plenty of display options. The most impressive area of mobility, though, is the wings. Yes, these tiny wings have ball joints, allowing for lots of subtle but noticeable movements. I do wish the underside of the head was a bit cleaner and that the seam running across it was less noticeable, for these are really the only elements marring an otherwise beautifully produced work of designer toy art. Though since this Shadow Edition doesn't have the full paint application of the general release version, it's most likely these aspects will be better hidden underneath paint. Notice that I didn't say this was an unpainted version, by the way. While very subtle, there is a fade from the gray atop to black at the feet. It's so expertly executed, though, that it's practically invisible. Just another remarkable touch in an overall stunning sculptural work. To learn more about Huck Gee, please visit his website, huckgee.com. And to be kept up to date on future releases in the Gold Life series, please visit Mighty Jaxx's website, mightyjaxx.rocks. Thank you for watching me, the art toy advocate, Nick Curtis. Agree with me or disagree with me? Let me know your thoughts on Huck Gee's Gold Life Soul Collector by commenting below, as well as liking or disliking this video on YouTube. And please remember to subscribe to the CoArt YouTube channel to be kept up to date on my reviews.